Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled it out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Wow, I don't know if you guys watched the end of that Minnesota game, but that was wild. That was absolutely unbelievable, man. Carson Wentz almost completed that comeback, and that was unreal. That was insane. But the Pittsburgh Steelers were able to hang on, and it ended up being quite a wild finish over there. So we are getting into the Birds game. So the Birds are taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers out at Raymond James Field, and they will be taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Todd Bowles and those Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It is a hot one today out in Tampa, but we'll see how the Eagles do in the heat. All right, so let's put the game on over here. Hi, everybody. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. And turn on the notification bell icons, too. And that way you will know when we do end up going live. Now, why is this? Is this it? No, this is not it. There we go. The game is on Fox. So let's go. Okay. So, yes, final score predictions for this game. I actually feel like, and this is not a final score prediction, I think Saquon's going to go off today. I just have a gut feeling that they're going to run the ball a lot because they're out in the heat, and I just think that Saquon is going to have himself quite a day. I don't know how Tampa Bay is going to do stopping the run. I know that Vita is still there, and so is Yaya, and they have a very good defensive front, of course, preached by Todd Bowles himself. But I'm sure that they're going to stack the box against Saquon, but I just feel like that he's going to have a very good game today. I have a gut feeling. I don't know why. I just do. I'm going to go, my final score prediction that I'm going to go with today is I'm going to go 24-20 Birds, okay? I will go 24-20 Birds. I think that it's going to be one of those games that just is a battle, you know? It's going to be a grind, and both teams are going to definitely be going to war today. I just feel like that they're going to have to deal with a lot, not just weather-wise, but also just battling through the trenches. So, if the Eagles can get the win today, I'm really happy with that. This is a team that really does struggle out in Tampa Bay, and they just have not had a lot of success out at Raymond James Field. So we'll see how they do today. As far as game planning goes, or as far as keys to the game, I really want Saquon to get involved on the offense. I would love to see just not many bubble screens and a lot of short passes from Kevin Patullo's offensive game plan. I would really love to see Jalen Hurts try to pick up where he left off in that second half of the last game against the Rams. He looked so poised out there. As soon as he gave the ball to A.J. Brown in that third quarter, I mean, he looked like a different player out there. He looked he looked like he was hungry. That pass to Dallas Goedert was absolutely awesome. But I think that we need to have a game today where we can't be passive. We really can't be too passive at all. We got to play. We can't play conservative is really what I was trying to say. think that the Eagles have to go out there and be very aggressive. So the Eagles did win the coin toss, so they, of course, will defer the football, and they will play defense first. So, again, the offense for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it'll be Baker Mayfield at a quarterback. You got Bucky Irving and Rachaad White as the running backs. And then over at wide receiver, again, no Mike Evans. No Mike Evans today. So you got Sterling Shepard, you got Chris Godwin, and Emeka Egbuka. So, and then tight end, of course, is Cade Otton, Tristan Wirfs at left tackle, Elijah Klein at left guard, Graham Barton at center, Luke Haggard at right guard, and Charlie Heck at right tackle. All right, we're ready to rock and roll, baby. Let's go. As far as the Eagles' defense goes, they got Moro Ojomo at left defensive edge. They got Jordan Davis at nose tackle, Jalen Carter as the right defensive end. And then you got Zadarius Smith, Zach Bond, Jihad Campbell, and Jalix Hunt as the linebackers. You got Adoree Jackson at left cornerback, Reed Blankenship at safety, Andrew Makuba at safety as well, Quinyon Mitchell at right cornerback, and Cooper DeJean as the noseback. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And so the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will start things off at their own 20-yard line. So the kickoff was underway. Sorry about that. And we are all good to go. I got to reset my yardage markers. I'll do that in a second. But Baker Mayfield will line them up. And we do have a receiver in motion. That's Godwin. And the snap is made. And the throw is going to be made over to Johnson. That's Tez Johnson, number 15, for an 8-yard gain as he gets pushed out of bounds by Kelly Ringo. So he'll take it to the Tampa Bay 28-yard line. Tampa Bay, of course, now going from left to right. And so Baker is out there playing for the Buccaneers. 615 passing yards on the season for Mayfield. No picks. A QBR of 72.6, which is sixth best in the NFL. Here's a run design up the middle by Bucky Irving as he jukes past a player, heads over to the 40, and takes it to the 43 as he's down by Cooper DeJean. So Otton was in motion, and then as soon as they handed it off to Bucky Irving, Otton was able to provide a little gap up that middle for Bucky to be able to operate. And all he had to do was just be able to take advantage of that lane where he parted the Red Sea. So Irving able to get a gain of 15 yards. Baker lines him up again. Irving towards his left side, or right side, shotgun formation, and he'll get the snap. He looks for Godwin, fires it. It's battered around and incomplete. Godwin was running a slant towards that right side and just was not able to haul it on in. All right, we're ready to rock and roll. Let's get things going for this game. Again, apologize. There we go. I think that we got it. All right, another handoff to Bucky Irving, and this time it's a gain for about 5 yards. And I'll take it to the Tampa Bay 48-yard line. So far, 4 plays on this drive, 28 yards. And 2 designed runs for Bucky Irving. All right. There's Andrew Makuba. Happy to see him playing out there. Vic Fangio, of course, the defensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, has to be really happy with how his defense has done so far. Eagles go with a 7-man front. And Baker Mayfield will get the snap. Looks towards his left side. Throws it, and it's incomplete. It was supposed to go to Egbuka, and the Eagles' defense did a very good job. Specifically, Quinyon Mitchell was covering him, and he had nowhere to go. You're probably going to see a lot of Mitchell on Egbuka today. So it'll be 4th and 5 at the Tampa Bay 48-yard line. The punting unit is going to go out there, and the Eagles will get the football back. 12:59 left to go in this first quarter. Both teams are 3-0. 10 seconds left on the play clock here. And Dixon's going to go out there to punt the football. And the punt is blocked by Philadelphia. They take it all the way to the 35, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Couldn't tell who got the block there, but I believe it was Sidney Brown who recovered it, and the Eagles take the first lead. Oh, my goodness. The defense and the special teams picking up right where they left off last week. Unbelievable. Wow. 6-0 Eagles. I'm waiting for the music. A blocked punt. And it's now 6-0 Philadelphia. Extra point by Elliott. It's up and in. 7-0 Eagles. Cam Latu just blocks the punt. And Sidney Brown with a scoop and score. Yes. That's how you start off the game with a bang. That's how you do it, baby. Insane. That's a 36-yard touchdown by Sidney Brown. Latu with the block. Wow. Unbelievable. And the Eagles will be back in just a little bit. Cam Latu. Are you kidding me? Cam Latu is 25 years old, went to Alabama, and again, played with the 49ers in 2023, then with the Browns last year, and now he's on the Eagles. That's insane. Unbelievable. 7-0 Philadelphia. So Dixon, Riley Dixon, who went out there to punt the football for Tampa Bay, got the punt blocked by Latu, and then it was battered into the hands of Sidney Brown, who scooped and scored and got himself a 36-yard touchdown, baby. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. And guys, now is the perfect time to go vote. Vote, vote, vote on the community post. Go do that right now. Somebody can actually copy and paste the message that I posted earlier. I would really appreciate that. I really want to know, what are we doing after this game is done? So let me know in the post. That's where you guys go vote. I can't believe that they did that. Am I dreaming? Go Birds watching from California. What's up, Shaheen? How are you? So in case you just missed it, so the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 5 plays, 28 yards in a matter of 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Bucky Irving did have himself a 15-yard game. He has 20 rushing yards so far. Baker Mayfield 1 for 3 in the passing game with an 8-yard pass to Johnson. That's Tez Johnson. But then Dixon got the punt blocked by Latu. And then Sidney Brown was able to put up a 36-yard touchdown on that blocked punt. Special teams is playing so well. Yes, they are. Here's a line drive kickoff by Elliott, and that's going to bounce at the 10, taken to the 5, and running towards the 10, towards the 20, and marked down at the 25 is Tez Johnson. So Johnson was on the return there. Or sorry, that was Cameron Johnson. Excuse me. So Cameron Johnson able to return it for a total of 21 yards, and Josh Uche able to make the tackle. So Tampa Bay will get the ball back at their own 25-yard line. How do you do, JJ? I'm doing really well, man. How are you? Embrace the struggle. Happy to see you on here, my friend. All right, so Baker lines him up. This will be take 2 for Tampa Bay. Drive number 2. Baker in the gun, gets the snap, looks towards his right side, finds Chris Godwin just shy of the sticks, and he's marked out of bounds. It's a 7-yard catch over towards the near sideline, and Blankenship, Blankenship was on the coverage there, so it's a 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3 at the Tampa Bay 32-yard line. Oh, boy. Baker in this last game ended up completing 17 passes on a total of 32 attempts and ended up throwing for 3 touchdowns for 167 yards. Baker in the gun, gets the snap, looks up the middle, and it's dropped and incomplete. Supposed to go to Egbuka. Quinyon Mitchell on the coverage there, and Egbuka just could not haul it on in. Again, Quinyon has been covering Egbuka so far today. Good coverage there. I believe that he also got a piece of the football, too. Was able to knock it down. It's now 3rd down. Let's go. All right, empty backfield for Baker Mayfield. Triple receivers towards the left side. Baker in the gun will get the snap. He is looking. He throws it towards the right side, and that is going to be caught just shy of the sticks by Egbuka again. Good coverage by Mitchell. He takes him down immediately, and it's 4th and 2 at the Tampa Bay 33-yard line. Baker had time, and he just threw it towards the right, but Quinyon Mitchell able to cover his receiver. Egbuka again has a lot of speed. Was able to just take him down as soon as the ball was caught right by the chest. And so Dixon's going to go back after the punt the football again. Here's the snap. Here's the punt. That time it's not blocked. It's a high punt, and that is going to be caught inside the 30, and a fair catch made at the 28-yard line by Jahan Dotson. And so with that, we have a timeout taken at the 11:22 marker. Eagles defense stays true once again, and the Eagles will get the ball back on offense for the very first time today. And we're going to take a very quick step off. Don't go anywhere. See you soon. Time for Jalen Hurts to go set up shop at the Philadelphia 27-yard line, people. Alrighty, here we go. All right, so Hurts will line them up. There's Saquon Barkley towards his right side. Shotgun formation for Philadelphia. Dotson lined up on the outside towards the left, and Devontae Smith towards the inside. on the left as well. And then you got Brown Brown lined up on the outside towards the right side. Hurts gets the snap, a little loft pass over to Saquon Barkley as he slants over towards the right side and gets pushed out of bounds right at the 39-yard line, a gain of 12 yards for Philadelphia on offense. Like that little play there, Philadelphia trying to get a little bit crafty. They decided not to go for a regular pass, but just a little lob pass, if you will, to Saquon Barkley, as nobody was covering him. All right, 1st and 10. Right at the Philadelphia 39-yard line. You got Dallas Goedert in motion, going from the left side of the line, now being lined up towards the right end. Hurts will get the snap. He is looking for Barkley towards his left. He throws it, and Barkley takes it to about the 41. Just a gain of 2. Former Eagle Hassan Reddick able to make the tackle. And so it's just a gain of 2 yards there. Okay. There's 10 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The Eagles have a 7-0 lead thanks to special teams. Latu blocked a punt on the very first drive. And then Sidney Brown scored the touchdown on that scoop and score. Hurts in the gun, gets the snap. He drops back. He's looking towards his right side. Fires downfield. A.J. Brown tries to make a one-handed catch. He was covered by Jamel Dean and just could not haul it on in. Incomplete. No flags. 3rd and 8 for Philadelphia. Again, another nice try there. Hurts tried to throw it up for A.J. to make the catch. And he had plenty of time to throw, but just couldn't get it in. There's Barkley, Brown, Smith, Dotson, and Goddard as the weapons for Jalen Hurts. Definitely has a lot of those. Eagles will be all right, and at least they are playing off strong compared to Penn State last night. Dude, that was a heck of a game. I can't believe how that game ended. 2 seconds left on the play clock. 1 second left. Hurts is calling for the snap, and he just gets it off in time. Fies Smith on the slant and makes the catch. Gets past the yellow line, the first down marker, and dives on forward at the 50-yard line. So Hurts able to make another nice pass. He had plenty of time. Devontae Smith able to get his hands on the ball, and Jamel Dean was the one who made the tackle as soon as Smith caught it, but a diving catch. Here's A.J. Dillon getting involved in the offense. He scrambles up the middle, gets twisted and turned, but gets a gain of 11 yards. Eagles offense moving. And so that is the 3rd first down for Philadelphia. I'm in Washington, D.C., and I'm watching Extra, I Get No Birds. Well, what is going on, my friend? How are you? So A.J. Dillon ran up the middle for 11 yards. And he came on in, and he is still in there for Saquon Barkley right now. 1st and 10 for Philadelphia. Again, they're going from right to left. Goddard lined up on the right side. There's Dotson on the left. Hurts gets the snap, backs up, fires it, and gets Dallas Goedert on a short pass there. They'll call it about a 2nd and 1. Actually, it was a 6-yard pass, and then Goddard was able to stiff arm his way past Diaby and just run out of bounds. So it's a gain of 9, and they'll mark him out at the 30-yard line. The Tampa Bay 30, that is. 6 plays, 43 yards on this drive by Philadelphia. It's taken about 2.5 minutes. Barkley behind Hurts. And they fake the handoff. Hurts is going to scramble towards the right side. The pocket was collapsing. He's going to run for a first down and more. And he takes it all the way to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and he's marked down at the 2. He ran towards the far sideline and was able to make a nice play, a great designed run for Jalen Hurts. A beautiful play call there on a fake handoff. He sold the handoff too, and as the pocket was collapsing, he ran towards the outside and was able to keep his feet in and then just ran out at about the 2-yard line. They'll call it a scramble of 28 yards. And so that puts them right at the 2. And Hurts will flip it over to Dallas Goedert. Underhanded toss, and Goddard's in the end zone for a touchdown. 13-0 Philadelphia. What a nice play there, too. How about this play call? Nobody was covering Goddard. Hurts made an underhanded flip to him. There were 4 receivers lined up towards the outside on the right, and Dallas Goedert was the one that they decided to go to. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Extra point coming up, ball spotted, kick is up, and the kick is good. 14-0 Eagles to start off the first quarter. Nice. Wow. Boy, is this awesome. Philadelphia has 73 total net yards so far. Jalen Hurts today, 28 rushing yards, thanks to that 28-yard run that he had, and 34 passing yards. He's 5 for 6 with his completions, and he's been really, really sharp so far. All right. So, 14-0 Philadelphia. Again, guys, we need 8 more subs in order for us to get to 7,600. If you guys have not voted for what we're doing after the Eagles game, please go do that now. Mods, drop that link that is pinned at the very, very top so that way people know where to go vote. I will end the voting. Make sure that you note this. The voting is done at the second quarter 2-minute warning. So, if you guys haven't voted, if you don't vote by the second quarter 2-minute warning, because I got to get the thumbnail up and ready to go, and I got to spend halftime doing that, well, that's your loss. It's your loss. A shovel to Goddard is a vibe. I love that. Love that underhanded toss that he had. It's great. Please drop that link down below for the people to go vote. Voting ends at the 2-minute warning in the second quarter. What are we doing after the Eagles game? Go vote. All right. Just tuning on in, says Eagles. Let's go, he says. What's going on? No tush push needed. Nope. No tush push needed that time. Ay, ay, ay. All right. So, how about this Eagles offense, man? First of all, special teams. Thank you, Latu. That was awesome. That was really great. And Sidney Brown with the scoop and score there. That was awesome. Eagles defense looking really good. Vic Fangio dialing up a really good game plan again for that defense to be able to provide pressure. Quinyon Mitchell looks really good, covering Egbuka. You figured that was really going to be the main target for him because, again, there's no Mike Evans. There's no Mike Evans. Please go vote. There is the link. Cool J posted it. There it is. Go vote now. Go vote now. Please go vote. Did you watch the Ravens game? I did not watch the Ravens game. What's up, Boston Run? How are you? Boston Run over on Twitch. How are you, my friend? Thank you guys so much. Guys, if you're over on Twitch, hit that follow button. It would really, really mean a lot to me. We do the Eagles, we also do the Phillies, and we do the Sixers, and we also do a lot of other baseball coverage as well. If you guys are baseball fans, it's a good channel for you. But if you love the Eagles and if you love the Sixers and the Phillies, it's the right channel for you as well. Here's a kick by Elliott that's going to take a bounce at the 20 into the hands of Sean Tucker at the 15. He'll run it towards about the Tampa Bay 28-yard line, and Kevin Granson, the tight end, is able to make the tackle and stop Tucker right at the 28. You heard JJ, folks. Hit that subscribe button and also hit that link to vote. Time is a ticking. Tick, 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 tick. All right. I'm hopeful the Phillies preserve this year. Just embrace the struggle. Yes. All right. Here we go. Bucky Irving in the backfield. Mayfield under center. Mayfield gets the snap, hands it off to Bucky, and he thought about going up the middle. Nowhere home. Goes towards the right side instead, and only gets about 2 yards. So nobody was home up the middle, and he didn't have any gaps at all whatsoever. The bank was closed, so then he decided to go towards the right side and only just get 2 yards. But still, something out of nothing for Tampa Bay. Jalen Carter, though, did a very good job closing that gap. He really did. Mayfield in the gun. 2 receivers towards the left side, 1 to the right. And Mayfield will get the snap. He looks towards his left, now looks towards his right. And no one to be found. And throws it over to Bucky Irving for about an 8-yard gain. So Bucky was on the line of scrimmage, or was in the backfield, I should say, and then he went towards the line of scrimmage as soon as he made the catch and was able to stiff-arm his way past an Eagles defender. And he gets a first down. It's a 1st and 10 at the Tampa Bay 38. Irving again lines up to the right side of Baker Mayfield. 9 seconds left on the play clock. Another handoff, this time to Bucky, who tries to stiff arm again, but he doesn't get past the line of scrimmage and instead gets taken down for a loss of 1 yard by Makuba. A loss of a yard, 2nd and 11 at the Tampa Bay 37-yard line. This Eagles D-line doing a good job at recognizing right where he was going to go. Also got to give credit where credit is due, because it looked like Kelly Ringo did a good job making the stop. He could not finish the tackle there, but Ringo was on the coverage as well. 2nd and 11 at the Tampa Bay 37-yard line. Mayfield gets the shotgun snap. He has time. Throws it right in front of him to White, that is, Rachaad White on a slant. And Rachaad gets maybe a gain of a couple of yards. Cooper DeJean stops him, but there is a flag thrown. And let's see what this flag is going to be on. E.J. Smith just said that there have been a few loud Coop chants for Cooper DeJean here from the Eagles fans in attendance. They're going to call taunting on Cooper DeJean after he made the tackle. It's a 15-yard penalty, and that's going to result in the first down. I guess the NFL is really trying to get rid of the trash talking here. Tried to step ball over him and do the little Allen Iverson step over for on Tyron Lue. 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 44-yard line. And Baker now under center. Mayfield gets the snap. Hands it off to Bucky, who pitches it back to Baker, and Baker throws it. It's intercepted by Cooper DeJean. DeJean still on his feet, takes it to the 40, to the 50, inside the 40 again, and a flag is thrown, but he's down at the 34-yard line. Cooper DeJean gets his revenge. Let's see again if he caught it. I think he had full possession. Are they saying that he didn't have full possession when he tried to slide on the ground? I don't know. There's some pushing and shoving going on. Moro Ojomo and Quinyon Mitchell getting involved. More flags are coming on by. Obviously, these teams are heated. You know that they have some history against each other. And this is what you call a rivalry. So yes. 4:10 left to go in the first quarter. Quinyon grabbed, who's that? Number 78. So they call it an incomplete pass, all right, and they will also call a personal foul on Philadelphia and an automatic first down for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Again, it did look like on the replay that it was that it was incomplete. They say that it was intercepted by Cooper DeJean. The replay reviewed that the interception ruling on the play was reversed. So Baker Mayfield throws an incomplete pass. Again, they didn't initially call it as incomplete, but they will call unsportsmanlike conduct on Philadelphia. The flag was on Jalix Hunt. Well, the NFL has it out for us. We all know that. So 4:10 left to go in the first quarter. First and 10 at the Philadelphia 29. Some awful penalties on this drive, really. Mayfield under center. Looks like Otten's in motion. Another handoff to Bucky Irving, who gets past the line of scrimmage, tries to stiff arm past Zach Bond, and gets past Makuba. And so he's able to get another couple of yards out of it. They'll call it a gain of 8 as he ran out towards the far sideline. And so it's 2nd and 2 at the Philadelphia 21. 2nd and 2, 3:55 left to go in the first quarter. Again, the Eagles lead at 14-0. Sidney Brown had a 35-yard return on a blocked punt, and Dallas Goedert had a 2-yard touchdown pass from Jalen Hurts. Nice little shovel pass. Mayfield pitches it again to Bucky, who hurdles over a defender and gets past the line of scrimmage, and it's only good for a gain of about a yard as Makuba's there to make the tackle. So they'll call it a 3rd and 1. 7 plays, 52 yards in a matter of 3 minutes and 31 seconds on this drive. All right, 3 minutes left to go. Otten in motion again, and so Mayfield gets the snap, hands it off to Rachaad White, who runs up the middle, plunges for about 5 yards, and so he's able to take it to the Philadelphia 15-yard line right on the dot. The D-line just could not do anything to stop him up there. Rachaad White just able to get a very good game there. I don't really understand the taunting calls. Mayfield lines him up again. He's in the gun. Gets the snap, hands it off to Bucky Irving, and he's down on the hash mark and loses a yard. Bucky Irving gets taken down by Jalix Hunt. They'll call it a 2nd and 11, and that sends them back to the 16-yard line in Philadelphia territory. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. And again, please make sure that you guys go vote. How about the red zone offense this year for Tampa Bay? They've completed 44% of their passes, which is 25th best. They just said it was 25th best in the NFL. A little pitch over to Rachaad White again. Or to Bucky Irving again, excuse me. They'll call it a 3rd and 10. That's just only for a gain of about a yard. So it's 3rd and 10 at the Philadelphia 15-yard line. Sorry, we're a little bit behind the sticks there. 1:15 left to go in quarter number 1. Eagles have a 14-0 lead. Only one offensive possession for Philadelphia. Empty backfield for Baker. They'll put Rachaad White in as a receiver as well. Mayfield in the gun against the snap. Has pressure coming. Blitz is coming. He fumbles the ball. Dives on top of it. And loses a couple more yards. Good pressure up front by Philadelphia. The blitz was coming, and he gets sacked for a loss of 9 yards, Baker Mayfield. Let's see again who provided that pressure. That was Zach Bond, who just broke through up the middle, and he actually tripped him. He did. As soon as he fell, he stood his legs out, and he tripped Baker Mayfield, and so they'll call it a recovery at the Philadelphia 24, and Chase McLaughlin is going to go out there to attempt a 42-yard field goal. Ball spotted, kick is up, and that is good. Oh, man. Thought maybe that had a chance to get blocked. But it's a 14-3 game. Chase McLaughlin with a 42-yard field goal. And it'll be 14-3. Philadelphia still out in front, and we will go into quarter number 2. This Eagles defense, baby. Zach Bond with a blitz up the middle causes a Baker Mayfield bobble and a sack. Eagles defense with a big, and that was a huge play in the red zone, really. That was absolutely awesome. Alrighty. Again, if you guys have not voted, please make sure that you guys go do so. Oh, man, how's everybody in chat doing? Good job holding them to a 3. Defense, defense. Defense. All right, it's time to go into quarter number 2. Oh, man. It's fine. Give them the 3, man. Let's go. How many people do we have tuning on in? Let us know down below. What a ball game so far. Eagles defense has come firing out of the gates. The Eagles so far as a team have come firing out of the gates. You just love to see it. Baker today, 6 for 10 with his passes, 29 passing yards, a 64.5 passer rating. But really, a lot of these passes are short, and part of the reason why is because you got Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell playing really good in the secondary, but also you're getting now pressure up front. You're getting blitzing from Vic Fangio, which is absolutely awesome. Zach Bond able to provide a little name for himself again today. Of course, he's been providing a big name for himself over the last 2 years, but I'm just saying that his number has been called a lot, and he's doing great. So you love to see that. Also, Makuba continues to play pretty well, so very, very good stuff. I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing so far. I loved that design run that Jalen Hurts had for that scramble of 28 yards. That was great. They needed that run there. And it was a great fake handoff. That was the fake handoff to Saquon. Beautifully designed play. It's 91 degrees out in Tampa Bay. And it feels like 100 degrees out there. All right. Eagles 2 personal fouls on those penalties. Not good calls. They were taunting. Those were the calls. But they still held Tampa Bay to a 3. All right, here we go. Kickoff by McLaughlin. Bigsby will be the kickoff returner. The kickoff is high. It's deep. It's going to be caught right at about the 1. Bigsby takes it to the 5, escapes the tackle, takes it to the 10, to the 15, lunges on forward, and gets to the 30-yard line for Philadelphia. Nice return there by Bigsby. Not too bad. So it'll be a 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 30-yard line. Again, they lead it 14-3. Hurts will go back out there on offense. No Saquon Barkley so far in the rushing game. But he does have 2 total catches for 14 yards. Hurts is under center. Calcaterra in motion. They hand it off to Barkley. He escapes 1 tackle, runs towards the right side, takes it to the 35, and he's down at the 37. It's a gain of 7 yards. And McCollum there to make the tackle for Tampa Bay. That's Zion McCollum, the right cornerback, able to get on up front, but still Saquon able to just bunge his way on forward. He actually got past Vita. And Vita, of course, has had a very good career for Tampa Bay. So he was able to lunge past him. There's a 6-man rush up front for Tampa Bay. Hurts under center, pitches it to Barkley. He slips a little bit, and he is down. He lost 2 yards, and he sort of slipped, lost his footing, and it'll be a 3rd and 5. So they wanted to try to run it again, get Saquon involved on the ground game again, but Saquon just did not catch his footing. 13:50 left to go in quarter number 2. Hurts decides to go with an empty backfield this time. Shotgun formation. 5 seconds left on the play clock. A high snap, but he still makes the catch anyways. He'll throw it over to Saquon, who passes it or catches it right in front of the line of scrimmage. He had to leap up and catch it and got taken down immediately again by Hassan Reddick. See again. As soon as he caught it, he actually escaped an ankle tackle, but then what ended up happening when you look at the replay, he got budged or bulldozed by Hassan. So it's now 4th and 3 at the Philadelphia 37, so it's a 3 and out, and Braden Mann will go out there to punt the football for the Birds. Here's the snap, here's the punt, and so that's going to be delivered. It's going to be popped up over towards the 12, towards the outside, and taking it to the 14, to the 15, and being marked down right at about the 16-yard line will be Johnson. Again, that's Cameron Johnson with just a 5-yard return. Eagles special teams, again, doing a good job, making it difficult for the Buccaneers to get into good range. They're able to get good yardage. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I will see you very, very soon. Fourteen to 3 Philadelphia. 12:34 left to go in quarter number 2. Hi, everybody. My name is Jason Joseph. This is play-by-play with JJ. Mayfield in the gun will get the snap. He throws it over to Rachaad White over towards the right side, and it's just about a gain of 2 yards. He got taken down immediately by Reed Blankenship right on the ankles. They just know where everybody is on the field. Everybody's clicking. The defensive front, the linebackers, and the secondary doing a very good job just staying in their positions, and Vic Fangio rotating very, very well. 8 rushing plays, 11 passing plays for Tampa Bay so far. It's like Bucky is back out there. Baker in the gun, he gets the snap. Backs up, pockets collapsing. He has to go to his right side. He throws it towards the near sideline, and that is caught by Igbuka right at about the 36, and he's marked out of bounds immediately. So he went towards that far sideline. Igbuka able to beat his man. That was Cooper DeJean, who was supposed to stay on him, and he lost his footing, and Igbuka won the foot race to be able to get in front of him and make the catch. This guy has a lot of speed, and I'll tell you what, if he stays healthy, he's going to have a very good career. 11:20 left to go in quarter number 2. Baker again will get the snap. He's looking towards his left and throws it. It's just a short pass over to Cade Otton, and Bond with the tackle. 2nd and 9 at the Tampa Bay 37-yard line. Again, no Mike Evans today for the Buccaneers. Haven't really seen a lot of Sterling Shepard. They've been going really to Tez Johnson. That's really been the guy that's been out there a lot. I mean, Sterling Shepard has been out there a couple of snaps. Mayfield under center, hands it off again, this time to Rachaad White, who lunges forward, runs in between the hash marks, and just gets about 2 yards as Carter is able to make the stop. I mean, you can only double team him so much. You really can. And he will still find a way to break on through, and he can stop the run. Haven't seen a lot of Jordan Davis so far as him getting his number called, but good play there by Carter. 3rd and 7, baby. 3rd down. Empty backfield for Mayfield. 2 seconds left on the play clock. He has to get the snap quickly. He does, and he gets it. Here comes the blitz. He's throwing downfield, and that is bobbled, battered around, and incomplete to Chris Godwin. A heck of an effort by Baker Mayfield. Mayfield had to throw it under that pressure, and it went right through Godwin's hands. He tried to juggle it, and it was incomplete. Chris Godwin, who's been a heck of a wide receiver throughout his career, had an excellent pass from Baker Mayfield. Even though Quinion was covering him, it went right into the breadbasket. He juggled it and could not hang on. Therefore, it'll be 4th and 7 at the Tampa Bay 39, and Dixon will go back after the punt. Here's the punt, and this time it goes over towards the outside and out of bounds. It'll go out of bounds right at about the 35-yard line with about 9:44 left to go, and of course a flag is going to be thrown. See what the flag is. They will call a 21-yard punt, but we're still waiting to see what this penalty is. They're going to call a holding on Nickerson for Philadelphia on special teams. So we'll see where that sends them back to when we return. There is a timeout, though, on the field. All right, chat, how we feeling? Do they just make these guys stand there like, I don't know, man. Reminder to all the freaks, it is the second quarter. When it gets to the 2-minute warning, the polls will be closed. So if you have not voted, now is the time to do so. Nice. So they'll call it a 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 33-yard line. So Dixon punted the ball. The penalty was on Nickerson for Philadelphia. They call it an offensive holding, and it's a 10-yard penalty. Let's read some of these things. Quinyon Mitchell has been following Egbuka unless Egbuka lines up inside like he did on third down. This is what Vic Fangio, according to Zach Berman, had to say this week on traveling Mitchell. When you're matching guys, it's not as easy as you think it is. There's the gymnastics of getting lined up, playing the call. Where did you end up on the previous play? How far away from the action were you? And you've got to get back and get the call. Everybody thinks it's easy, but it's not. And I think he's done a good job with it. I really like that quote, actually. The gymnastics of getting lined up. Dude, that's pretty deep stuff. Really is. Hit that thumbs up button. Guys, what have you really liked so far? I've been very impressed with how things have gone so far on both sides, really on all three sides of the football. Would like to see the penalties go down. I know that some of them are just bad calls. Refs are going to make those types of calls. They're trying to get rid of the trash talk, and I understand. But even still, not thrilled with that third down screen. Let's go. I can't get over them just using two guys to stand there and hold up the canvas over on the bench. This is Steve. All right, 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 33-yard line. Hurts in the gun will get the snap. He's looking. He throws it down the center. Gunner with the catch at the 35-yard line. Right at the 45, in Tampa Bay territory. So it's a gain of 22 yards. Antoine Winfield had the coverage there, and Jalen Hurts able to find Dallas Goedert wide open. He was running straight towards that logo, and he caught it right on the logo for a gain of 22. Dallas Goedert involved on the offense. Hurts 7 for 8 in the passing game. I said Saquon Barkley was going to get a lot of yards, but I take back everything that I said. Here's Hurts again. He backs up. He's looking. Finds Calcaterra, who catches it right on the numbers at the 40. Tries the stiff arm towards the 30, and he's down at the 29. The tight ends are getting involved for Philadelphia. So that is now 38 yards caught on back-to-back plays by two tight ends for the Birds. A 22-yard pass to Goddard and a 16-yard pass to Calcaterra. 3 receivers lined up on the outside towards the left. None on the right. Hurts hands it off to Barkley. He says let him cook. He runs in between the hash marks but only gets about a gain of 2. Levante David able to make the stop and provide a wall there for Saquon Barkley to go nowhere. The calculator. There's Todd Bowles in his 4th season as head coach. He was also the defensive coordinator, still runs the defense, really, for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's been with the organization for quite a bit of time now. 7:50 left to go in quarter number 2. 2nd and 8 for Philadelphia. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Jurgens will snap it over to Jalen Hurts. He has time. He backs up. Now rolls towards the right side. He's at the 35. He'll take it to the 30. Runs past the line of scrimmage and is marked out of bounds at the 25. So it's just a gain of 2. Diaby chased him out of bounds. And they'll call it a 3rd and 6 at the Tampa Bay 25. A.J. Brown has not been involved in this offense. He's only had 1 target. Devontae Smith, just 1 target for him, but a reception on the slant route on that first drive for 9 yards. 7:13 left to be played in quarter number 2. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Again, they line up on the line. Brown towards the right. Watch out for him. 3 receivers towards the left. Hurts gets the snap. Pocket's collapsing. He goes towards his left. Throws it to Devontae Smith, who makes the catch inside the 10, and he's down at the 5 right on the numbers. Another nice play by Jalen Hurts. Let's see again. He had good blocking, too, when the pocket was collapsing. He actually had a nice block from the outside. I believe that was Jordan Mailata that provided that block for him, and Devontae Smith was able to catch it over on the numbers, and Nick Sirianni's all fired up. All smiles from him. 1st and goal at the 5. 5 plays, 62 yards in a matter of 2 minutes and 41 seconds. 14-3 Philadelphia. 1st and goal. 1 second left on the play clock. They fake the handoff to Barkley. They pitch it to Goddard again. Touchdown! Another shovel pass to Goddard. He's 2 for 2 with those. Goddard has caught 2 touchdowns today. 20-3 Philadelphia. Let's go, baby. Hit him low. Hit him high. And watch those Eagles fly. I don't know why this is so scrappy. Elliott with the extra point. Ball spotted. Kick is up and the kick is good. E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles! There we go. Good. 21-3, baby. That's what you want to see. Okay, let's go. Jalen Hurts, baby. That's the quarterback. A Jalen Hurts statement game so far, says Lou. It's not just a Jalen Hurts statement game. I agree with that, yes, because Jalen Hurts has played his butt off today. But the special teams and this defense just continue, and I mean continue, to dominate as well. Like, the crazy part is, guys, is that Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown has no yards, and the Eagles have put up 21 points. And we're not even through. We're just about a little bit more than halfway through the second quarter. It's crazy. Hurts is not playing around today. Yes, he's not. Okay, you look at a guy like Todd Bowles, who has done a very good job dialing up game plans against Jalen Hurts over the years, and it just looks like a totally different guy today. I don't know. He just has that Mamba mentality. He has that killer instinct, and he's picking up right where he left off last week in that second half. He really is. He looks so poised out there. He looks like he just wants to, I don't know, not only try to win this game, but just dominate. Really. I've been very, very happy with that. Pop 40 on these people. Yeah, that'd be sick. I said 24-20 is my final score prediction. I hope to God I'm wrong now. I do. I am not looking good with my bets. I said that Saquon Barkley was going to have a heck of a game. And maybe he will in the second half. You know, maybe he does have a big second half, and they try to give him the ball a little bit more because now the passing game has been established, and they're going to, I don't know. I hope that they don't try to get too cute. But maybe they'll try to get Saquon involved more. All right, here's the kickoff. That is going to be caught right at the 35 and taking it all the way to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, and going out of bounds. Couldn't tell where he ran out of bounds. That was Cameron Johnson again, who was able to run with the football on the kickoff return. A flag was thrown. I couldn't see where he was out because the screen froze on me. So Johnson was pushed out of bounds at the Philadelphia 47. They call a penalty on Nelson, an offensive holding, and Tampa Bay will only have it at their 20-yard line. Or well, Tampa Bay will have it at their 20. Yeah. That was a gain of 44 yards, too. All right, Baker under center. Looks like Sterling Shepard is on a jet sweep. He was in motion. They handed it off to Shepard, and that's just good enough for about 6 yards. A 2nd and 4 at the Tampa Bay 26. So they called a holding on Nelson. That's Anthony Nelson, who is one of the backup linebackers for this Buccaneers offense. Or defense, sorry. Gosh. All right. Really, I just said offense? Wow. Mayfield under center again. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Otten in motion. He'll fake the handoff, play action pass. Mayfield throws it. It's incomplete. Supposed to go to Ikbuka again. And guess it was on him. It was not Quinyon Mitchell. That was Cooper DeJean, baby. Man-to-man coverage. Got a hand in the cookie jar. He did. He swatted it away. It's going to be a nice pass, but DeJean able to get his hand into the mix. My 2 favorite words, 3rd down. Bucs are 1 for 5 on 3rd down conversions today as they move from right to left. Mayfield pump fakes, throws it. It's battered around, and it's incomplete. It was blocked by Ojomo. He got a hand on there. He was looking to try to make a lob pass there. That was not, that pass spelled trouble all over it, and Ojomo swatted it away like it was a fly. And so it'll be 4th and 4 at the Tampa Bay 26, and the Eagles defense stands true. Also, Mayfield, as soon as the ball was popped up, he tried to swat it down from it being picked off. That's not what he wanted. So first it was swatted by Ojomo, and then as soon as it was popped up in the air and it was coming back down to earth, Mayfield just swatted it down too. Dixon with the punt. This one will be for about 52 yards. Making the catch is Dotson. He gets stripped up after about a gain of 3 yards, and he's down at the 25. So he cut it right at the 22, ran in between the hash marks, and Nelson, Anthony Nelson, who had that penalty called on him right before, that holding penalty on special teams, he is able to make the tackle. So it'll be 1st and 10 with exactly 5 minutes to go in quarter number 2. At a Raymond James Stadium. And the Eagles offense will return to form when they return in a few minutes. All right, let's go. Love it. How many people do we have rocking with us? Let us know in the chat down below. If you guys love our Eagles coverage, let us know. It's getting better and better, I'll tell you that. As the season has gotten on, I think that we're getting more and more confident with our calls. So that's good. Again, football is a little bit different because, again, baseball is every day. So, of course, you get more reps. Of course, you're able to see the players more, that type of a thing. But football, I didn't really get a lot of chances to call football games when I was in college. But I definitely feel like that, some things could still be brushed up on, formations, terminology, but that stuff is going to continue to come with time. One of the reasons why I'm excited for after baseball season is because we'll be able to do some more of those, and that'll be great. Mike Boyd is here. What's going on? How are you? Lots of slipping on the field. I guess they want to slow us down. Mike, what's going on, dude? How are you? But obviously, critiques are welcomed. Yard markers, if I'm not saying that enough, if I'm not saying something enough, please let me know. Stats, I definitely could be providing more of those, but that also comes with prep work. Don't spam the chat, Mike. What's going on, dude? I'm happy to see you on here. Just please don't spam the chat, my friend. All right. 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 25-yard line with exactly 5 minutes left to go in quarter number 2. You guys realize that Hurts has gotten 73 first downs on QB sneaks since 2022? I mean, do we really call it a QB sneak or do we just call it a tush push? 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. You got Hurts in the gun, and he will hit the snap and hand it off again to Barkley. And Barkley runs up the middle for just a gain of 7 yards. I say just a gain. He had to fight pretty hard for that. On the tackle there was Servosia Dennis, the inside linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Servosia is 25 years old, played college for the Pittsburgh Panthers, born in Syracuse. He's been with the Bucs since 2023. All right. Hurts, play action pass, throws it over towards the near sideline. That is going to be caught right towards the sideline by John Mechie III. Did he get a first down, though, is the question. I don't think he did. Again, the TV froze. What is going on? They call it a gain of 3. They said that it was good enough for a first down, and that'll put them at the 35. I was thinking maybe they call it 2nd and inches, but nope, it is good enough for a first down. Brotherly shove was always my preference. Yes, last warning, we have 5 minutes left, meaning 3 minutes until the polls will close. If you still haven't voted, you're running out of time. Yes, you are. 4:17 left to be played in this second quarter. And again, during halftime, we're going to be making the stream. So that's what we're going to be doing at halftime. Hurts in the gun, gets the snap. Another handoff to Saquon Barkley, who shimmies and gets over to the 42. He had to try to buzz his way through that middle. Had a little bit of a gap, and then Levante David closed it up, and then he had to run towards his right. He was able to just get maybe a couple more yards after it. Villa able to make the tackle. 2nd down, 3 yards to go. They got to get to the 45. They're at the 42. Looks like Tyler Steen is out there over at left guard, I believe. Hurts in the gun. He gets the snap. He drops back, runs up the middle as the pocket's collapsing, and takes it all the way to the 49. He slides at the 49-yard line in Tampa Bay territory, just shy of the 50. A 9-yard scramble by Jalen Hurts. As the sea was parted, the offensive line did its job. He was running on the logo, then just ran towards the left and was able to slide at the 49. Eagles offense on rushing yards. They have netted 72 rushing yards and have also netted 101 passing yards. Very impressive. 3 seconds left on the play clock. Hurts in the gun again. Fakes the handoff to Barkley. He actually fooled me. And instead will pass it towards the right to Mechie again. And he catches it right at about the 39. Takes it to the 42. And he's down by McCollum and Nelson yet again. You're seeing these short passes. And then the Eagles are able to just make some of these designed runs just to be able to get the first down. A little bit of a consistent pattern here. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and so therefore the voting is done. Okay, let's go close those polls. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. We've reached the 2-minute warning, baby. Let's go. All right, here we go. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel as well. This offense has looked very, very good today. Everybody's clicking on all cylinders so far, and you just love to see it. We got 122 people rocking with us. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. We have 81 likes. Let's keep it going, baby. Keep those thumbs going up. Hit those thumbs up buttons. We are 5 subscribers away from 7600. We have reached the show. All right. 1:59 left to go in quarter number 2. Each team still has all 3 timeouts left. Tight end in motion. Hurts gets the snap. Looks towards his left side. Finds A.J. Brown at the right on the as he lined up. And Brown was taken down immediately. So it's a loss of 2 yards. Tyler Steen is hurt, though. He's grabbing onto that left knee. Couldn't tell if he got banged up or what. I would like to see a replay of that. But Tyler Steen, again, he just came on in. Like not too long ago. Steen is down. He's holding his left knee. And the Eagles are going to take an injury timeout. They will actually call their first timeout. So it's not... Do they call it an injury timeout? They say on the scoreboard that they still have all 3 timeouts left. But on NFL Jesus, they say that they took their first timeout. Regardless, they will be back in just a little bit. It'll be a 3rd and 5. So hopefully he's okay. Matt Pryor is on the field. He'll likely take over for Steen at right guard. Oh, man. I don't usually like to play the boos, and I was not going to. But we all know what happened the last time when Matt Pryor came on in for Lane Johnson. We know what happened. So Tyler Steen is hurt on the O-line. Steen is walking off on his own, according to Zach Berman, and Matt Pryor is going to be in the game. Ay. I hear you, Jackson. Yep, we just talked about it, man. He walked off under his own power, and he's now getting checked out in the blue medical tent now. So Matt Pryor is going to replace him. Philly Nation says the first 5-word sentence ever. I'm rooting for the guy, man. I really am. See what happens first. But hopefully Pryor does okay. $1:54 left to go in the second quarter. And with that, we got 3rd down. Brett Johnson's also out there for Philadelphia, too. He's lined up next to Pryor. He walked under his own power into the medical tent. Yeah, that's what I just said. I just said that. But for those people in the chat that didn't know, I'm happy that you put that there. Hurts in the gun, gets the snap. Juggled it for a second. And he throws it over to A.J. Brown on a slant. Up the middle, and it's caught. A 9-yard pass from Jalen Hurts to A.J. Sent and received. Beautiful dot by Jalen Hurts. And he had time. Had plenty of time. Hurts in the gun again, gets the snap, and finds Saquon Barkley wide open towards the left side, escapes a tackle, jukes past a player, gets a first down and more, and he's down. He's out of bounds at the Tampa Bay 20-yard line. And so a 15-yard gain by Barkley. He slipped past Levante David, then slipped past another defender, and got taken down by Smith out of bounds. And the clock stops with 1:17 left to go. Love that move. Those moves by Saquon Barkley. Excellent footwork by him. It's time that the Eagles will go with an empty backfield. And now Barkley runs towards the left side. Hurts will get the snap. He throws it over to Barkley, who tries to spin past Antoine Winfield Jr., but gets taken down in the backfield for a loss of 5 yards. So Barkley was going towards the line. He was lined up, and then before the snap was made, he came right back over towards the left side of Hurts, and then as soon as Hurts got the ball, he tried to pitch it to him, and then was taken down by Antoine. Winfield able to read that coverage perfectly. Tyler Steen is headed indoors now after spending some time in the medical tent, according to E.J. Smith. Again, we wanted to keep you updated on that. 2nd and 15. That was not a good play call there. I didn't really feel like that was creative. I didn't think that worked out well. Not on that play. So the first timeout is taken by Tampa Bay with about 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go. Eagles are in field goal range. This will be a 43-yard field goal. Hurts lines him up again. Barkley to the left of Hurts, who will get the snap. He's looking, still looking, climbs the pocket, tries to escape the blitz, and he gets a gain of 2, but Hassan Reddick able to come from behind him and take him down, and they'll call it a 3rd and 13. Hurts was blindsided by Hassan Reddick. He came in through the backside and was able to tackle him and wrap him up in a bow. He was tackled right on the numbers at about the 23. He was at the 25, and then he lunged on forward. The second timeout is utilized by Tampa Bay, and the clock stops with 1:03 left to go. Reddick is still a beast. Yes, he is. I still like. I will always appreciate Hassan Reddick for everything that he did in the Kelly Green. 3rd and 13 at the 23-yard line in Tampa Bay territory. Another handoff to Barkley, and Barkley gets past the line of scrimmage but gets taken down. One of the defensive linemen was sitting on him, it looked like. And so the 3rd and final timeout will be taken. And the Eagles are just going to settle for the 3 here. So they didn't want to try to pass it. They wanted to just run the ball and be more conservative, if you will. So that'll put them at the Tampa Bay 21. This will be a 39-yard field goal. So Elliott is going to go out there, and he will kick the field goal for Philadelphia. Elliott has been so good so far. (21-3), 1:01 left to go. Ball is snapped, spotted. The kick is up by Elliott, and it is right down Broadway to make it 24-3. It's a 3-touchdown game, baby. That kick just marked Jake Elliott's 200th career field goal. Let's go. Let's go, baby. 200th career field goal for Jake Elliott. Good for him. 58 seconds left in this first half. There's the kickoff, and that is going to be caught right inside the 5, taking it to the 10, and marked down at the 23 is Sean Tucker. Got taken down by Latu, who had that blocked punt earlier in the game that would allow Sidney Brown to scoop and score for 35 yards. Listen to this stat. According to Mike Sielski, Jalen Hurts over his last 2 halves, 32 of 40 with 339 passing yards, or 339 yards total. That's scrimmage yards, and 5 touchdowns. Mayfield back out there for Tampa Bay. He gets the snap, looks towards his left side, throws it, almost blocked, and Bucky Irving is the one who makes the catch. It was just a short gain. That was a security blanket there. Nobody was home, and Irving just catches it for about 3 yards, and he runs on out of bounds. Look, there is no one rule. Use your judgment. Wait, did I say something wrong? I'm confused. Oh, did I say Broadway? Yeah, I did say Broadway. I usually say Broad Street, but I usually try to use it for baseball. Here's Mayfield in the gun. He'll get the snap again, and a medium pass that'll go to Cade Otton for just a gain of 6. Jihad Campbell able to tackle him, and, well, they have no timeouts left, so they gotta go quickly here. 3rd and 1 at the Tampa Bay 32-yard line. Mayfield gets the snap, a short pass, and taken down immediately, but there's a flag thrown. Jihad Campbell able to make the tackle for a loss. And so we got a player down. That's Bucky Irving. Uh-oh. Bucky Irving is down for Tampa Bay. He's laying down on his back. He's moving his legs, but he is down. Are they going to call roughing the passer? It's a personal foul called on Philadelphia. Jalen Carter gets called for roughing the passer, and it'll be a 15-yard penalty. Bucky Irving is hurt. He did just jog off the field. He did it on his own willpower. Obviously, you don't want to see a player, especially like Bucky, somebody that's really meaningful for this Tampa Bay offense. You don't want to see anybody get hurt, but he is now over on the sideline. So it'll be a 1st and 10 now at the Tampa Bay 47, so free 15 yards for Tampa Bay. And 22 seconds left to go. Excuse me. Sorry, we did not give the amount of time. These penalties, man, they suck. 1st and 10, shotgun formation. Pressure coming as the ball is snapped. The ball is thrown to Sterling Shepard, and he catches it for just about a gain of 6. They're going to have to spike the ball. 10 seconds left to go, and they will spike it with 8 seconds left. It'll be a 3rd down and 4 yards to go. Excuse me. So Mayfield did spike the ball. The clock is stopped with exactly 8 seconds left. And they're obviously going to have to go for... They're going to have to go through for... I mean, they could go for a Hail Mary, but they technically still have time to make a medium pass. It's going to have to be quick just to get them out of bounds. And the Eagles will call for their second timeout. Man. We are 5 subscribers away from 7,600. EJ Smith just said that the audacity that Carter has to try to pick off that spike is will never not amuse me. I didn't see this in real time, but I believe that Carter tried to intercept that spike. I do. Defense! Bum, bum, bum. Defense! 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 Mayfield gets the snap. He's looking. He fires it towards the far seam, and it's incomplete. 3 seconds left to go. The intended receiver was Godwin. He was nowhere to be found. Great coverage by Philadelphia. Kelly Ringo on that coverage there. No flags, obviously. I mean, it went over his head, and now McLaughlin is gonna go for a long field goal here. This is gonna be a very long field goal. 4th and 4. This will be from over 60, right? This would be a 65-yard field goal, because the ball's at the Philadelphia 47. Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. $64 yards. It's insane. Is that his longest? Here's the snap. Here's the field goal, and it is... Did he get it? He did! A line drive kick by McLaughlin for 65 yards. He just got it. Carter tried to block it, but it was just towards his right, and it was a line drive. It went through. It had enough oomph to it, and it's 24-6 as we go into halftime. That's insane. Longest field goal. His longest field goal was 57 yards. Wow. That's unbelievable. His longest ever was 57, and he just hit a 65-yarder? What? These kickers are outrageous, says Bleeding Green Nation. What a joke. All right. But the Eagles are up 24-6. All right, I got to make this thumbnail. I got to go make this thumbnail for when the Phillies game is on, and the only time for me to do it is now. So I will be back in a little bit, okay? Let's make this thumbnail, and we will take a step off, and I will see you very, very soon. Alrighty, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. We are ready to get started with half number 2. Alright, so it is a 24-6 game. Eagles did defer, so they will get the football back to start off the second half. And special teams, of course, is going out there. And McLaughlin will kick it off. Philadelphia so far today, 24 points. They had a beautiful, and I mean a beautiful, blocked punt by Cam Latu. And Sidney Brown on that same play was able to scoop it up and score for a 35-yard touchdown back in the first quarter. Here's the kick. It's popped up. It's high. It's deep. It'll be caught at the 5. Catching it is Shipley, and he will take it to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and he's down at the 32. Will Shipley with a return for 28 yards. Tyler Steen is back in the game at right guard to start off the second half, which is great news for Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert has caught 2 touchdowns today from Jalen Hurts. So if you have him in fantasy, well, you're definitely in luck. 4 receptions, 37 yards, 2 touchdown catches. Eagles are moving from right to left. Hurts under center. Latu is in motion. They handed it off immediately to Barkley, and he is taken down in the backfield for a loss of 3 by Dennis. Darn it. Another conservative play. The Bucs were able to just stack the box, if you will, and they knew exactly where the ball was going to, and Barkley loses 3. He has had 8 rushes for 15 yards. 8 carries for 15 yards. Not good. 45 seconds into this third quarter. Hurts in the gun, gets a snap. Blitz is coming. He escapes 1 tackle as he dropped back, but the second tackle by Vita Vea is good. That's just what the veteran does. He's been very strong. He's had a great career, Vita Vea, that is. And so he is able to sack Jalen Hurts. Not a lot of players have been able to do that this year. And Vita Vea, the 30-year-old Super Bowl champion, 2-time Pro Bowler, able to do so. Can't believe he's 30 now. He's 6 feet 4 inches tall, 347 pounds, Vita Vea. So Hurts gets sacked for a loss of 9. It'll be a 3rd and long. 3rd and 22 to be exact. They hand it off again, that time to Barkley, who tried to run up the middle. Nobody was home. And then Hassan Reddick was able to pick up his ankle. And Dennis was also able to assist on the tackle. And the Eagles have a 3-and-out already. I mean, why not go for a deep ball there? I don't understand. They just tried to play conservative. Not a good start to this third quarter by Philadelphia. And Braden Mann is going to go after to punt the football. A quick 3-and-out. They lose 9 yards on that drive, which only took 92 seconds. And Mann will punt the ball for Philadelphia. He gets the punt, and it is going to be popped up over towards the 15. And a catch is made by Cameron Williams, and he tries to get past the 20 to the 30. He jukes a defender right at the 45, and takes it all the way, to the 25, and takes it all the way to the Philadelphia 23. So that is where he will be. 12:32 left to go in the third quarter. The refs are gathering together. First and 10 at the Philadelphia 40. Excuse me, why did I say the 23? A 46-yard return by Cameron Johnson. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, lock in. Lock in, baby. So Johnson he escaped that tackle. Who was that? Who was that couldn't make the tackle there for Philadelphia? That's why I had my phone out, because I really wanted to know. So special teams not able to do a good job there, and pretty good field position for Tampa Bay, as they will have it at the Philadelphia 40-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 there. I'm going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Everything is all set up, so that's great. So we'll be able to make a seamless transition once this is done. We will end stream. We have a redirect, so stay on. All right, the Eagles will send us a 5-man rush up front. They handed off the Bucs, that is, to Bucky Irving. He is back in the game. Irving goes towards the left side, outside the numbers at the 40, and he is down at the 38. Just a gain of 2 yards. So they ended it off over to Bucky, and Zach Bond tried to chase him down. Cooper DeJean was actually able to make the head tackle there. Got him right on the chest. 2nd down, 8 yards to go at the Philadelphia 38-yard line. See how they line up here. Mayfield gets the snap. He is looking, throws it towards his right, and it's caught by Egbuka. Just a short pass there for 5 yards. Wasn't looking deep. He was just looking towards his right side and found Egbuka wide open. And Mitchell, as soon as the ball was caught, able to take him down. 3rd down. His O-line actually gave him a lot of time to throw that ball. Eagles not able to get enough pressure. 4-man front for Philadelphia. Mayfield moves for a sec and now goes back into the shotgun formation. He'll get the snap. He was looking. He throws it, and it's incomplete. That was a dot that was thrown to Egbuka, and he just, I think he saw Cooper DeJean coming from a mile away. Ended up taking his eyes off the ball, so now they're going to call it a 4th and 3. And Tampa Bay, it looks like their offense is going to stay out there. And the ball is at the Philadelphia 33-yard line. If they kick a field goal here, it would be a 15-point game. Be a 2-possession game. So they're going to go for it. 4th and 3. Mayfield will get the snap again. He's looking. He has time. He escapes from the pocket. He throws it, and it's incomplete again. That time it was supposed to go to his receiver. I believe that it was Sterling Shepard. Mayfield rolled out towards the left, trying to find Sterling Shepard. It looks like Ringo did get a hand on it. And he did, and the Eagles will take over at their own 33-yard line. I am shocked that the Bucs did not go for the field goal there. I mean, McLaughlin just hit, what, a 65-yard field goal? And they didn't go for it? That would have been like, what, a 51-yarder. That's unbelievable. Wow. A turnover on downs. And so the Eagles will have it at their own 33. All right, time to go get some water. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right. We have a player down for Tampa Bay. Uh-oh. Hurts scrambled for about 7 yards, and Jamel Dean was hurt. Oh, boy. That's a big loss for them if you were to miss time. And we have a timeout taken at the 10:35 marker. A big turnover on downs. By the way, too, I forgot to mention this, but Jordan Davis was also able to chase down Baker Mayfield on that 4th down pass, which was, again, broken up by Kelly Ringo. And he did a great job getting his hand in the cookie jar. All right, so with that, we're going to take a sip of Gatorade and some water. Gatorade's probably not the best thing for the vocal cords, but I actually don't know. I haven't really done my research on that. Tea is very good for the vocal cords, but I just don't have time to make one. JJ, I missed the vote. Well, you missed it, man. We're doing the Phillies game. So, we're doing the Phillies game, and we're keeping everybody involved with the Cincinnati Reds. So, you didn't miss it. You voted on the community tab. You commented literally yesterday, now that I think about it. I missed the vote. You keep one eye on the Phillies. No, you literally just commented yesterday. Oh, wait, no, maybe that wasn't you. Maybe that was Philly Sports. Sorry, JS. It's okay. Oh, whoa. I forgot to take the thing down on YouTube. Thanks for reminding me. Sorry about that. Again, I apologize, guys. I'm a little bit all over today. Let me take that post down. Nobody told me to take it down, but yes. Okay. Let me take that down now. Did you vote in the chat? Okay, I can get rid of this pinned message. So remove, unpin the message, and end this poll. Okay. All right. How do you like the call so far? Be honest with me. Be honest. Let me know. Let me know how I'm doing so far. Be completely honest. All right, 10:25 left to go in this third quarter. Brown in motion, going from left to right. He'll line up on the left side. Or from right to left, he'll line up on the left side. Here's Hurts in the gun. He gets the snap. He's looking deep. He fires it downfield. It's incomplete. It was supposed to go to A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown was the intended receiver. He was really at the Tampa Bay 30 over towards that outside seam, and he just overthrew it. So now it'll be third down for Philadelphia. Thanks, Big Mo. Would like to see, I don't know, just some creativity on this offense, on this snap here. All right, shotgun formation. Hurts again against the snap. He's looking towards his left. He throws it. It's incomplete. Battered around by Will Shipley, and he could not haul it in. It would have been a tough angle, so that would have been above the turf, and with the way that he was running, didn't really think that he was going to be able to make the catch there. Was trying to see if anybody else was wide open. He actually underthrew it, Jalen Hurts, and Shipley had to come back towards the ball. And Braden Mann is going to go out there to punt it for Philadelphia. So another 3 and outs. That's now 2 3 and outs in this quarter so far. Not a good start by the Eagles offense in this third quarter. They've gone more conservative, which is pretty much how they've been playing over the first 2.5 games. So they've gone back to their old ways, it seems. Here's the punt by Mann. This ball's popped up, and it's punted over towards the 23. It'll bounce at the 23 and go out of bounds right at the same spot. Okay. By the way, the ball was tipped a little bit too. So I shouldn't have said that it was underthrown because the ball was barely tipped. So that did cause a movement in the throw. 24-6. Good call there. Who's going to be subscriber number 676 hundo? It won't be me. All right. A 5-man rush up front for Philadelphia. Mayfield fakes the handoff to Bucky Irving. Play action pass. He's rolling towards the right. Still has time to throw it, and it's caught by Igbukka, and he takes it all the way to the end zone, and he will walk in for a touchdown. The Eagles just missed a pick. Igbukka ended up being wide open to make the catch, and so a 77-yard pass by Baker Mayfield to get the Bucs in the end zone for the first time this afternoon. I mean, he executed it perfectly. Let's see again who was supposed to try to deflect it. That was Cooper DeJean. I thought maybe he would get a hand in there, but he just mistimed it. Quinyon Mitchell. Was that Quinyon Mitchell who was also there? No, that was Andrew Makuba who was also there. Could not catch it either. Here is a line drive extra point that is spotted. It's up and in, and that'll make it 24-13. All right, so a 77-yard pass by Baker Mayfield all the way to Emeka Igbukka for a 77-yard touchdown. This is how we fell offensively play. It sucks badly Maybe the offense will actually make an effort now, says Big Mo. I don't know. But Baker Mayfield just threw over half of his total. So his total passing yards right before that was at 70. He just doubled that. He just doubled that. Hey, my prediction could actually still be right. Oh, man. I said 24 to 20 was my final score. It's 24 to 13. I could actually be right. But yeah, gotta step up, man. The play calling has been terrible in this third quarter. I don't understand. When they have the ball the first time, they run it with Saquon on a 3rd and long. They don't want to pass it, and they want to play conservative. And look, it's okay if they do it sometimes. It's fine if they do it sometimes, but for them to just repeatedly do it, I mean, come on. Come on, let's play some football. It's not football. Stop it with the bubble screen passes and be creative. The shovel passes to Dallas Goedert in the red zone was great. It looked like the offense was flowing. I had a feeling, and I didn't want to say this, but I had a feeling that they were going to go back to being a little bit conservative in this third quarter, and they have. Baker's an underrated, scrappy, good QB. He has heart. Got to squish those guys, man. Yup, for sure. All right. So it's a 24 to 13 game. Again, just a 77-yard pass from Mayfield to Emeka Egbuka. And by the way, I think Denbrew said that before, but he's right. The only reason why the Bucs were in the game, really, was because, first of all, McLaughlin made a 65-yard field goal right at the half, but also the penalties, the taunting calls, and the mistakes. All right, so Shipley on the return here for Philadelphia. He will catch it right at about the 15. He takes it inside towards the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and he tries to zigzag past the 35, and he's down at the 39. He got a defender on skates, a couple of them, and just was able to beat his man and get some extra yards. Love the adversity, or how he was able to fight through that adversity there just to get some extra yards and put the Eagles in better field position. Emeka Egbuka. There we go. All right, 9:44 left to go in the third quarter. So 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 40. They're moving from right to left. Hurts in the gun. He'll get the snap. He backs up. He rolls towards his right. He throws it, and it is incomplete to Grant Calcaterra past the line of scrimmage. That would have been for about a 3-yard pass. It was deflected and knocked down by a defensive back for Tampa Bay. All right. Baseball is ready to get underway, too. Wow. This is the best time of the year, man. It is just awesome. 9:39 to go in quarter number 3. They've got to get the offense cooking here. 9:39 left to go in the third quarter. Brown and Smith are over on the right side, it seems. They fake the handoff. Hurts is going to run it himself, and there's a flag thrown. I believe they're going to call roughing a personal foul on the defense for Tampa Bay because Smith was running like a bulldozer over to Jalen Hurts. As soon as he slid, he tried to, that could have been a really bad collision there. So it was that Trey Smith that just went after Jalen Hurts, and Hurts tried to slide, and he got his knee down. They call it a gain of 2, and Trey Smith tried to go for a collision there. They had a flag thrown. They took it back. "13 seconds left on the play clock. Hurts will get the snap. He's looking. Pressure's coming, and down he goes. Is that Vita Vea again? It is. He's just so good at getting to the quarterback. Another bad play. And he gets sacked for a loss of 9 yards. That takes him back to the Philadelphia 33-yard line. 4th and 17. Devontae Smith was covered on that play. So, again, there ended up being no flag. They did throw a flag at first, but then they declined it. And it would have been on the Eagles offense. I thought maybe they were gonna put it on the Bucs. They did not. So Hurts gets sacked, another 3 and out, and Braden Mann is going to punt the football for Philadelphia. And the ball is going to be caught inside the 5 at the 4 and taking it all the way to the 10 and out of bounds. Right at about the 15-yard line will be Cameron Johnson. They'll call him out at the 17. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will set up shop right then and there. It's the one thing I still got to get better at. It's recognizing what's the flag, where the flags are coming from. But again, I'm not going to harp on it. 8:11 left to go in the third quarter. So what we do know is that the Eagles are up 24-13. They were up 24-9 going into halftime. 24-6 going into halftime. And now it's a 24-13 game. Bucky Irving gets the snap here, and he's going to run it for about 5 yards. Jihad Campbell there to stop him. Campbell, of course, was the first pick that the Eagles had in this year's draft class. He's 21 years old. He went to Timber Creek High School from South Jersey. Ended up playing for Alabama and was selected in the first round, as we mentioned before, as the 31st overall pick of this year's draft. It's been good so far. Mayfield has Godwin in motion. Another handoff that time to Bucky Irving. He tries to break through the glass. At first, nobody was home, and then he broke through, and the ball came loose by Bucky Irving. And do the Eagles have the ball? Yes, they do. The Eagles get the ball back. Bucky Irving fumbled the football. Was it punched out? It was. It was most certainly punched out by, was that Jihad Campbell? Reed Blankenship tried to get on top of it, as well as Andrew Makuba, I believe. No, Kelly Ringo, that is. The ball got punched out by Jihad Campbell. Jihad Campbell punched it out of Bucky Irving's hands. The play is under review. We'll see if he was down. That's the question. Was Bucky Irving down? But the initial ruling was a fumble and that the Eagles recovered the football. Tom Brady thinks that he was down. So they're looking at this. The play is officially under review. Again, the ball was at the 22-yard line in Tampa Bay territory. Campbell punched the ball out. But was his knee down? Was he down by contact? Is the question. Wow. Feels like every call is under review, man. It seems like every single call is under review. So the call on the field was a fumble. But it's under review. After review, the call on the field stands, and the Eagles are going to get the football back, baby. They've recovered it at the Tampa Bay 25-yard line, and that is where the ball will be spotted. Hardcore jinxed us in a good way. Let's go. That's the first turnover today. That's the first turnover that Tampa Bay has had in 3 weeks. Wow. All right. Perfect field positioning here. Let's go. Hurts lines him up in the pistol, it looks like, and they will hand it off to Barkley, who runs up the middle for about 2 yards, got past the right guard, and Dennis and Smith were there immediately, right on that 23 hash mark, and it'll be a 2nd and 8, 6 minutes and 44 seconds left to go in quarter number 3. It's actually really 6:55. That's what I was looking at, is a little bit ahead. So 6:50 left to go. Excuse me. Hurts calling for the football, and he will get the snap. Another handoff over to Barkley, who tries to fight for yards up the middle between the hash marks, and he gets just a gain of 3. It's now 3rd and 5 at the Tampa Bay 20-yard line. 3rd down. Come on. Can't settle for a field goal here. You gotta get a touchdown. And even a field goal puts you up by 2 touchdowns. It's still a 2-possession game, but man, you have perfect field positioning here. Got to take advantage. Brown in motion, going from left to right. Smith is lined up on the slot, and it looks like Dotson's on the outside. Hurts in the gun, gets the snap. He gets a blocker from behind him, and Hurts is going to run past the line of scrimmage, and he gets about a gain of 4 yards. He lost the ball out of bounds. Did he get the first down? Did he show it past the yard marker, though, is the question. I didn't think that he did. Oh, yes, he did. It's good enough for a first down. He showed the ball as he was running out of bounds towards that near sideline, and he was able to show it past the marker. Nice job by Jalen Hurts. Good for him. Wow, he knew that he was getting out of bounds. He actually, I think, tossed it. I think he tossed it just to get the extra yards. Good for him. Here's a handoff over to Saquon Barkley for 3 yards, and he will be stopped in between the hash marks at about the Tampa Bay 12-yard line with 5:05 left to go in quarter number 3. I think that as soon as he was running out of bounds, he just tossed it just to get himself those extra yards. He sort of flinged it a little bit. Hassan Reddick is questionable to return. That's a big loss for the Tampa Bay Bucs defense. It's a big loss. He's one of their best pass rushers. Hurts with an empty backfield this time. Barkley actually was on the right side. Now goes back over next to Jalen Hurts. Hurts is going to have a designed run as he runs up the middle. Tries to slide past the yellow line. Did he get there? No, he did not. It's a gain of 6 yards, and that'll put him at the Tampa Bay 6. They got to get to the 5 in order for it to be a 1st and goal. They're in the red zone. Wow. Okay. 3rd and 1 at the Tampa Bay 6. Another injury, though, for Tampa Bay. They just lost Tyke Smith, who's had himself a very good game today, is down. He's getting checked up by the trainers. Please keep us updated on the Phillies game, folks. Looks like that Christopher Sanchez is pitching. That game is in the top of the 2nd. Okay. Okay. 4 minutes and 12 seconds left to go. It'll be a 3rd and 1 at the Tampa Bay 6. Don't forget, guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. They're going to go with the tush push here. They'll fake it, actually. They'll hand it off to Barkley, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Saquon Barkley. They faked the tush push. They instead handed it off to Barkley, who ran towards the outside, towards the near sideline, and he was able to just keep his feet in, and he ran into the end zone, and it's now 30-13 Philadelphia. That was excellent. Saquon Barkley with a touchdown. And Elliott will come on in for the extra point with 3:51 to go. Snapped, spotted, good. Not that voice crack, though. That was not good.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Boom! Wow. They faked the tush push. You thought that they were going to go with the brotherly shove, Tampa Bay? Nope. We can fake it, too. That's awesome. You know what they expect? The unexpected. Gosh, this team is something. 31-13. And also thank you to Jahad Campbell for punching that football out. Because that was big. That really changed things in this third quarter. Jahad Campbell with causing that fumble from Bucky Irving. Again, that's the first turnover that the Bucs have had this year. All right, here we go. Sorry, that's the first turnover in 3 games, so they had it in the first. Here's the kickoff, and there's a kick by Jake Elliott, and the ball will be caught by Cameron Johnson right at about the 5. He takes it all the way to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and he is marked down, I believe, at the 25. There is a flag thrown. There will be a penalty called on Culp on special teams for Tampa Bay. I don't know if he was holding Brown. I think it looked like he was holding Brown. Can't do that. So it was a 22-yard run, but they will call an offensive holding, so that will send them back to the Tampa Bay 14. That's where they will set up shop. All right, let's see if the defense can stand true here. 5-man rush up front. Play action pass for Baker Mayfield. He's looking downfield, and it's incomplete. Intended receiver was supposed to be Chris Godwin. Godwin was running up the middle. He had some space, and Mayfield just missed him. Good job, though, by Quinyon Mitchell. He actually sort of held him on the jersey to sort of slow him up a little bit. And they wanted a flag there. They were not going to get the flag. He held him on the back of the jersey. I think he was just trying to sell the call, Godwin. I don't know. Mayfield in the gun will get the snap again. He's looking for his right-hand man, and that is Rachaad White, who gets about 10 yards. He was looking for him all the way. It was always going to be a short pass to Rachaad White. Then he gets about 10 yards, and that'll take him to the Tampa Bay 24-yard line. So an incomplete pass to Chris Godwin and a completion, a 10-yard completion to Rachaad White. And that's how this drive starts for Tampa Bay. Both teams 3-0. Eagles lead at 31-13. 1st and 10 for Tampa Bay. They have the football with 3:10 left remaining in the third quarter at the Tampa Bay 24. Another handoff that'll go over to Rachaad White. He's trying to fight for some more yards as he gets past the line of scrimmage towards the left side, and he runs past the left guard, and he's taken down by Jahad Campbell after about a gain of, they'll call it 4. They'll call it 4 yards, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Again, Tyler Steen is back in there for Philadelphia. So no Matt Pryor. Pryor was in there for when Tyler Steen did get injured. Everybody lines up. Receiver in motion. Mayfield again gets the shotgun snap. He's looking. He has time. Now pressure's coming, and he has to throw it, and he does, and he finds a wide-open man. That's going to be taken all the way to the house for another touchdown towards that left sideline. That was Bucky Irving, who was able to get some separation from the defensive back for Philadelphia. And another touchdown pass from Baker Mayfield. That was not for 77, but that was just for 72. Man, under pressure, too. He actually got a little bit of some space at the end just to get that pass off. Jahad Campbell was on the coverage there. Campbell was on the coverage over Bucky Irving, and Irving was able to make the over-the-shoulder basket catch and just take it all the way to the house. 31-19, extra point coming up by McLaughlin. Ball spotted, kick is up and through. 31-20 in the third quarter. Another nice pass by Baker Mayfield. Give him 229 passing yards, including 2 big passes. One to Egbuka for 77 yards. The other one to Bucky Irving for 72. Irving was lined up on the left side next to Baker Mayfield, and he was just looking for him again, and he got that separation on Jahad Campbell. He did. I don't even know if they were even thinking about going to him at first, but Irving was able to beat his man, and he took it all the way to the house for a touchdown. Oh, man. Vic Fangio not happy with himself there. You could even see it from they showed a replay of him up in the booth. He's not happy with how things went there. A defensive breakdown from the Eagles defense. 31-20. And the Bucs will kick it off. Phillies are in the bottom of the second. In case you're wondering, there's one out, and Marsh is up. Here's the kickoff. That'll be returned by by Jahan Dotson. Or to Tank Bigsby for about 31 yards. Sorry. Okay. Secondary is our weakness. Yeah, we gotta play better, man. All right, so they'll take it to the 35. That's where the Eagles will set things up. It's a 31-yard run. It was caught right at the 4. 2 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in quarter number 3. There's still plenty of football left to go. We still got a full quarter. Smith is in motion, going from right to left. Hurts calling for the football, gets the snap, hands it off to Barkley, and he is taken down immediately. He is taken down immediately in the backfield. Again, they just knew exactly what they were going to do. They stacked the box. Barkley is hobbling a little bit. He does stand up, and he shakes it off. Roberts gets the tackle for loss from Tampa Bay's defense, and it's now a 2nd and 11. Gosh. Another handoff to Saquon, and again, like they're stacking the box. You knew that was going to happen. Shotgun formation, and another handoff to Barkley. This time he'll run up the middle in between the hash marks, and he gets about a gain of a couple yards, but the flags come flying all over the place. We'll see what these flags are going to be on. Lane Johnson is over on the sideline now. Uh-oh. Fred Johnson is now in at right tackle for Lane Johnson. Oh, no. They're going to call a penalty on Yaya Diaby for illegal use of the hands. A face mask. Oof. Got Fred Johnson right on that face mask. So Lane Johnson is out of the game again. Come on. 58 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Ball is at the 42. Another handoff to Saquon Barkley as he fights for yards, runs up the middle in between the hash marks. He's down on the logo at the Philadelphia 45. Eagles' red zone offense has been great today. But again, in this second half, really, they're not getting a lot of yards. It's just a lot of bland plays. Barkley is now on the sideline. He's okay. He's just not going to be in there for this rep. I believe it'll be A.J. Dillon that's in there instead. So they'll try to utilize him. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Hurts is under center. And he fakes the handoff. Play action pass. Hurts gets to it. He throws it deep, fires downfield, and it's incomplete. Again, A.J. Brown was the intended receiver on that play. And with 3 seconds left on the play clock, Eagles will have a 3rd and 7 at their own 45-yard line. Lane Johnson is still on, is over on the bench. He's sitting down. Hopefully Hurts can still do his thing. Hurts does line him up. Is Dillon towards his right side. And a bad snap there, but the flags are thrown all over the place, and Hurts is going to be taken down back at the 35. Or right at the 20. Yeah, right at the 25, excuse me. But a flag was thrown immediately. They're going to call a legal shift on the offense. The penalty is declined. And it'll be another 4th down. They had Dotson in motion. And the ball, that was just a terrible snap, really. Bad snap by Cam Jurgens. And we will end the third quarter just like that and go on into the fourth. Not awesome. Eagles have 0. Listen to this. Jeff Kerr just tweeted this out. The Eagles have 0 pass rush from their edge rushers. It's crazy. I'm going to take a quick step off. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Guys, we just got an update in the Cincinnati game. Ellie De La Cruz just hit a solo home run for the Reds. They're already up 1-0. If the Reds win, the Mets are out. If the Reds win, the Mets are out of the playoffs. Phillies, by the way, are in the top of the third. Christopher Sanchez is pitching, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Wow. Sorry, I just saw that update, and I had to update you guys in real time. I did. I had to do that. So the Reds just took a 1-0 lead in case you do want the Mets to be out of the playoffs. Yeah, I agree. Jalen Hurts has to be better. I don't like what he hasn't. I really feel like when I'm watching him out there now, I mean, he doesn't look like. Criticize Joel Embiid all you want. Okay, listen to this analogy. You can criticize him all that you want, Joel Embiid. But when Joel Embiid has that killer instinct, okay, when he says, give me the ball, and he just takes it right to the rack when he's healthy, and I'm talking about like 2022, 2023 Joel Embiid, that killer instinct is what Joel Embiid is what made him great. Jalen, for some reason, does not have that right now. And he was doing well in the first half, but it just doesn't look like he has. I know that they call it the it factor, but he just doesn't have that poise. Does that make sense? That's really like what it seems. It looks like that he's just not wanting to take over. Yeah. That's the best way that I can put it. All right, 1st and 10 for Tampa Bay at their own 31-yard line. And the Eagles defense has to come up strong here. There's just a total of 8 seconds taken off the game clock to start off the fourth quarter. Receiver in motion. Mayfield will get the snap. He's looking up the middle, throws it, and it is completed to Chris Godwin on a slant. And it was just in front of the yellow line. They'll call it about a gain of 7, so it was a 7-yard pass. A flag is going to be thrown, though. And it's going to be on the Eagles' defense. I'll call roughing the passer, Josh Uche. Ooh. Roughing the passers, so that means it'll be a 15-yard penalty, and that'll put them at the Philadelphia 46-yard line. So they're calling Lane Johnson's injury a shoulder injury, and he's now questionable to return. Again, when you're missing a Hall of Fame right tackle, that's going to make a difference, but no excuse for Jalen Hurts. He still has to find a way to step up when he's back out there on offense. 14:35 left to be played in this game. Eagles are up 31-20 now. It was a 24-3 game at one point in the second quarter. All right, they'll hand it off over to Johnson, and Johnson runs up the middle, gets a gain of 5, and they'll take it to the 41-yard line. So Tez Johnson got the handoff there. The receiver able to run with the football. They'll call it now a 2nd and 6. Looked like it was a gain of 5. Second down, 5 yards to go at the Philadelphia 41-yard line. Houghton stands over towards the right side. Mayfield in the gun. He gets the snap. He drops back. He's looking up the middle and throws it. It's incomplete. Johnson was on the coverage there, and a flag is going to be thrown. Are they going to call a PI? And the throw was up the middle. His left arm around Bucky Irving and tried to swat it away. They will call defensive pass interference. And that'll be for 3 yards and another first down by Tampa Bay. Was there a little bit of holding there? It was a little bit hard to tell, at least in my eyes. What say you, chat? I think it was a ticky-tack call. Mayfield now under center. Mayfield hands it off to his running back, Bucky Irving. He has some space. He goes up the middle, takes it to about the 35 to the 38, and another flag is going to be thrown. Another flag thrown. Right over to the 38, and they're going to call offensive holding on Durham, and they'll call a 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 48-yard line. So he was trying to take it to the 28, and instead they'll go all the way back to the 48. That's a big call. 1st and 20. Let's lock in. Come on. Hit a stop here. 8 seconds left on the play clock. Again, shotgun formation for Baker Mayfield. He'll get the snap. He drops back, and he will throw it towards the left side. Downfield, incomplete to Egbuka. Good coverage by Quinyon Mitchell. He's been on Egbuka pretty much throughout this entire game. Except when Egbuka is lined up on the inside, then they've gone to Cooper DeJean for the most part. It's now 2nd and long. Yeah, Mitchell held his jersey just a little bit. It sort of slowed him up. Gotta love his defense. Really. 2nd and 20. Back at the 38. Right at the 30. Yeah, right at the 38. Here's the snap. And the throw to Sterling Shepard is caught. It's just a short pass, though, for about 8 yards. Yeah. And he'll take it all the way to the Philadelphia 40-yard line. So that makes it now 3rd and 12. All right, come on, man. 31-20, Philadelphia. They lead it by 11. It's still a 2-possession game. It's 93 degrees at a Raymond James Stadium. 3 receivers lined up over towards the left side. Mayfield will get the snap again. Looks up the middle, throws it, and it is incomplete. Blankenship on the coverage on Sterling Shepard. And the Eagles do get the stop that they need on the defensive side of the ball. 4th and 12 at the Philadelphia 40. And so this would be a 58-yard field goal for McLaughlin. That penalty was bad for them. This will be a 58-yarder. He made a 65-yarder before. And he got this one through. Ball snap, spotted, kick is up, and the kick is definitely good. It's a 1-possession ball game. 31-23. Eagles are still in the driver's seat, but they're going to have to do good on offense on this very next drive. Got to tell you, McLaughlin has just been so incredible so far today. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, see you very, very soon. All right, let's go. Come on, offense. Offense has got to step up here. Hurts has thrown for 130 passing yards. Really not much, though, here in the second half. Not much at all. He's also rushed for 62 yards. He's got to be better. Lane Johnson, again, is questionable to return. He has that shoulder injury, so hopefully he can come back in. Remember, Tyler Steen got hurt before, and then he came back in. So, but Lane Johnson, obviously a Hall of Famer, and you definitely don't want to have him miss some time. Here's the kickoff, and that is going to be returned by Bigsby again for 23 yards, and they'll put him right at the Philadelphia 23. So Tank Bigsby able to catch the return. It actually took a bounce in front of him, and then was able to take it off the bounce, run towards the outside, and Hayes was there to make the tackle. Big drive here for Jalen Hurts, baby. Offense! Offense! Come on, drop those birds emotes down below, chat. We need them. We need them, baby. Hurts in the gun. He gets the snap. He has time. Throws towards the right side, and it's incomplete to A.J. Brown. Brown was looking for a flag there. He was not going to get a flag at all whatsoever from Antoine Winfield Jr. Actually did an excellent job covering him. But Brown not able to catch that. And now it's 2nd and 10 at the Philadelphia 23. You're just going to have to keep going to that air game. Keep it coming. Do not go to the ground here. Smith in motion, going from left to right. Hurts will get the shotgun snap again. He's looking for a receiver, and that is incomplete. That was A.J. Brown again towards the near side. I was kind of surprised. I thought that he was going to go to Devontae, and that thing was almost intercepted. It was right in between two defensive backs for Tampa Bay that knocked off the hands of Antoine Winfield Jr. again. Lucky that that thing was not picked off. Gosh. 31-23, 3rd and 10, right at the 23-yard line. Come on. Hurts gets the snap, looks towards his right side, throws it incomplete again. That time it was Harrison who was able to cover A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown nowhere to be found. And another 3 and out by this Eagles offense. And Brown not happy about it, and neither is Jalen Hurts. So this offense continues to be stale, and it'll be another 3 and out, and the Bucs have a chance when they get the ball back to tie the game. Man will punt it. It's popped up. It's kicked out over towards the 25, and avoiding a tackle is Cameron Williams. He'll take it to the 40. He gets tripped up past the 50, and he's down at about the 45. They'll call it at the 46. Cameron Johnson with a 28-yard return, and he puts the Bucs in very good field positioning, and we got ourselves a ball game. 28 seconds, another 3 and out. That's like what? That is the 3rd 3 and out? The 4th 3 and out in this second half? At least 3. Wow. Unbelievable. Really. It's just so sad. The Eagles have just... Guess how many yards do they have in the second half? Anybody want to guess? Anybody want to guess? Anybody want to guess? How many yards do the Eagles have in this second half? Anybody want to guess? Comment. Throw it away. Anyone? 10, 30. Guys are like literally in the middle. 23. 23 yards. 23 total yards in the second half. Now we also have an update from Devin Caney that Jalen Carter is questionable to return with a shoulder injury. Insane. A timeout taken at the 11:48 marker. 23 total yards in this second half for your Philadelphia offense. So now Jalen Carter is hurt. He has a shoulder injury, and he is now questionable to return too. So Johnson on the O-line is questionable to return. So is Jalen Carter on the defense. And again, the Bucs can tie it up here on this drive. It's a single possession game, a one possession game. That was a nice catch by Stott. All right, here we go. Mayfield will line them up at the Philadelphia 47. Then they're going to get the snap. He hands it off over to Bucky Irving. They can't stop him, but they actually do end up getting him at the 42. Tried to juke past a player, and he got past another one. There's Jalen Carter over on the sideline with a shoulder injury. 2nd and 5 at the 42. Bucky today, 43 rushing yards, a total of 127 scrimmage yards for him. Mayfield in the gun will get the snap. He looks towards his left side, fires it downfield. It's caught by Godwin. Was his feet in bounds? They say that he was not in bounds. Did not get both feet in. Let's look again. There's one. Yep, there was just one. That's it. His right foot came down, not the left one. So it's now 3rd and 5. There's still time left. Even if they don't score here, or even if they just kick a field goal, there's still time left. Plenty of time. 10:58 left to go. Mayfield in the gun. He gets the snap. He's looking towards his left side. Throws it. It's incomplete, and another flag is thrown. Another one. And that's going to go on the Eagles defense. Sterling Shepard was being held by Kelly Ringo. And so he will get a first down. It'll be a pass interference. So that makes it a 1st and 10. The ball will be spotted at the Philadelphia 37. I just don't get it. Eagles are unfolding here. 10:54 left to go in the fourth quarter. 7 penalties that have killed the Eagles for 78 yards. They're going to give the snap over to Bucky Irving, and he will run with the ball up the middle for 7 yards. Again, now they're just trying to attack the weakness of running up the middle without Jalen Carter there, and it's working. 2nd and 3 at the Philadelphia 30-yard line. Wow. 10:23 left to go. Eagles need a stop. Funny part is that he wasn't even going to catch that football, Sterling Shepard. Mayfield hands it off again over to Bucky. This time he runs past the left guard, gets a first down and a couple more yards after the first down marker, and Bucky Irving ends up getting 7 yards. Byron Young able to make the tackle, and they'll call it a 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 23. And so the Buccaneers marching down the field. 13 rushes for 57 yards for Bucky Irving. Now it's Mayfield again under center. 3 seconds left on the play clock. Another handoff to Bucky, who runs towards the outside past the right tackle, and he just gets past the line of scrimmage. That was actually Rashad White there, and Makuba able to meet him right on the 22 hash mark. So just a gain of 1. Kuba actually tackled him right on the ankles. Right on the feet, actually. 3 seconds left on the play clock. 2nd and 9. Mayfield will get the snap. Looks towards his right. Throws it downfield. Battered around. Incomplete. Quinion Mitchell on the coverage. Again, Egbuka was the intended receiver. Mayfield wanted the flag. He was not going to get one there. Mitchell able to stick his hand into that cookie jar and deflected out of the hands of Egbuka as he tried to haul it on in. And actually, before it was even touched by Egbuka, good hands by Quinion. He's had himself a good game. He really has. He's done a good job covering him. And again, no Mike Evans for this Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. 8:40 left to go. Clock does stop because of the incomplete pass. Mayfield gets the snap, throws up the middle. It's caught right at about the 10. They'll mark Chris Godwin down in between the hash marks at the 11-yard line. A nice slant route to Chris Godwin. And Makuba able to make the tackle. And yet another first down for Tampa Bay. And they are knocking on the door now. $8:10 left to be played in the fourth quarter. 8:03 left to go. Shotgun formation again. Mayfield gets the snap. Pressure's coming. He escapes the blitz and tries to avoid pressure again. He scrambles around, fires it, and it's picked off in the end zone by Campbell. There's a flag thrown, though. Let's see what the flag is. I think that they're going to call it back. We'll see. Jalen Carter came back out there for Philadelphia, and he's down on his knees. The penalty is declined. The Eagles will get the football back. The penalty was on Breedson for an eligible man downfield, and the Eagles get the turnover that they need. Mayfield tried to find Godwin again in the end zone, and as soon as he threw it, right there was Jahad Campbell. He said, "Come to Papa," and he made a diving catch. And so the Eagles will have it at their own 20. The defense was perfect. They said no. Jahad Campbell. That is awesome, man. That's a huge interception. 7:48 left in the fourth quarter. Game's still not done yet. First and 10 at the Philadelphia 20-yard line. Hurts hands it off to Barkley, and he's taken down immediately again. A loss of about 5 yards. Simmons was there. They stacked the box, and he broke through the glass. Man. Actually, they say that he lost 2 yards. Could have been worse. 2nd and 12. That sends them back to the 18. Again, no pitches No designed runs. Just handoffs, straight off handoffs to Barkley. Another handoff to Saquon. This time he budges up the middle, gets a pretty good gain there. A 10-yard gain. That's the most that he's gotten on a carry today. 16 rushes, and on the 16th one, he gets 10. David and Dennis are able to get the assisted tackles, but they'll call it a 3rd and 2 at the Philadelphia 28-yard line. 3rd down. Man. There you go. Still don't like the play call, but 3 seconds left on the play clock. 3rd and 2 for Philadelphia. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Doesn't have a lot of time. He has to throw it, and it's out of bounds. They were rushing towards that right side. And again, you can just tell that, when you don't have Lane Johnson there, that's going to make a difference. And Smith, that's Tyke Smith, able to rush him immediately and break on through, and it'll now be 4th and 2. Another 3 and out. Another one. The man is going to go out there to punt the football. 6:18 left to go in this 4th quarter. The Eagles have only put up a touchdown in the second half. Here's a bouncing ball that's punted and caught at the 20 and taken down at the 22 is Johnson. Good job by special teams there to be able to take Johnson down. Johnson has had a very good day on these returns. Really, he's been very, very solid. And the defense has to go right back on the field. Yep, no help from the defense. Everybody has to get back out there. It's crazy. It's unreal. Reds lead at 2-0. We'll take that. Reds are up 2-0. The Mets are scoreless. And that game's in the 4th, the Mets game. .607 to go in the 4th quarter. So there's an update there for you that's positive. Mayfield in the gun, gets the snap, play action pass, rolls towards the right side, runs past the 20, past the line of scrimmage, shows it right at about the 28, and runs out of bounds towards the far sideline. They'll call it a 2nd and 4. How many rushing yards does he have? That was his first. That was his first. Offense is trash. In the second half, yes. 2nd and 4. 8 seconds left on the play clock. 5.5 minutes to go. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. And down goes Bucky Irving after a gain of 3 yards. He tried to dive on forward. Couldn't get the first. And instead, it's a 3rd and 1 at the Tampa Bay 31. Get that stop, baby. 5 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. That INT by Jahad Campbell was big. Bucs are 2 for 10 today on 3rd down conversions. They'll hand it off again. That time it goes to the other running back, or it goes to Egbuka on a jet sweep. Barnes able to make the tackle, and he stops him at the line. Wow. So they run a jet sweep here with Egbuka. He runs to the left side, and Zach Bond reads it perfectly. Vic Fangio able to get him in a good position for him to make that tackle there, and Bond able to just take him down. It's now 4th and 1. They're going to go for it. Come on. Godwin in motion. Baker gets the snap, hands it off to Bucky Irving, and he does get the first down. And so the drive will continue. 1st and 10 at the Tampa Bay 33-yard line. It was actually Rachaad White who had the 2-yard carry there. But Rachaad White able to get 2 yards past the left guard. 2-1 Reds now. Not good. 1st and 10 at the 33. Mayfield gets the snap. Tosses it over to Bucky Irving, who shutter steps, gets past the 40, and takes it all the way out of bounds towards the far side, past the 45, and they will mark him out of bounds at the 49. That's an 18-yard gain there. Got past he got past Johnson. Not able to do well there. Is that Dory Jackson? Andrew Makuba made the tackle. All right, here we go. Another handoff that goes over to Rachaad White as he runs up the middle, and he gets a gain of 4. So Darius Smith, haven't heard that name at all today. Able to make the assisted tackle along with Moro Ojomo. 3 minutes left to go in this 4th quarter. Again, it's a 2nd and 6 at the Philadelphia 45-yard line. They'll break the huddle. They had a 4th down and the drive continues. Both teams have all 3 timeouts, by the way. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Mayfield gets the shotgun snap again, looks up the middle, and it's incomplete. It was supposed to go to Otten. Otten was wide open. It bounced off his fingertips as he tried to jump up and catch it again. He was open, and Mayfield not able to complete that pass there. And now it's 3rd and 6. They line up. 2:33 left to go, plus we got the 2-minute warning. They'll get the snap, Mayfield, that is. Pressure's coming, and he escapes the blitz again and runs past the 1st down marker and gets a 1st down at the Philadelphia 38. They provided the pressure, and Mayfield was somehow able to escape, and he was able to get himself a 1st down as he ran towards the right side. I believe Jordan Davis tried to stop him, and it just could not do so. Mayfield gets the snap, and there's a flag thrown immediately with 1:58 left to go. They're going to call a false start on the offense. It'll be on Igbuka, and so it'll be a 5-yard penalty. It'll be a 1st and 15 at the Philadelphia 43. How did they let Baker escape is beyond me. They had him right on the ropes. Right on the ropes. And he just escaped and was able to get 10 yards out of it. 7 yards. But still. All right. 2:01 left to go. It's not even the 2-minute warning. So they added the second left on the clock. They call it a 1st and 15. Mayfield will get the snap. He hands it off over to Bucky Irving. And Bucky runs in between the hash marks and just gets about a gain of 3. And now we have officially reached the 2-minute warning. It'll be 2nd and 12 at the Philadelphia 40. There's still plenty of football left to go. Again, each team still has all 3 timeouts. And, again, they will get it at the Philadelphia 40-yard line when they do return. It is 4:08 p.m. Eastern Time. The baseball game is in the bottom of the 5th. There's no score between the Phillies and the Twins. On the Mets side of things, The Mets are tied. They are scoreless last time that I saw. I'm going to have to get that back up again. They're in the bottom of the fourth. And the Reds have a 2-1 lead against the Milwaukee Brewers. So once this game is done, we're going to go to the Phillies game. And then, of course, we'll check up on the other games going on, too. Blue Jays actually have a 5-4 lead against the Tampa Bay Rays. Man, this offense just... Dude, the defense now is starting to not do well. But again, this is what happens, though, when your offense just goes 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Your defense can only do so much. And I'm not like trying to, I know it sounds like I'm trying to excuse the defense, but you got the blitz there. I mean, you got to make the tackle. You got to take down Baker Mayfield there. But it would help, maybe just a little bit if the offense would step up, you know? They are gassed. Yes. Yes. Oh, man. Get that win. Come on. 9 plays, 38 yards on this drive, which has taken 4 minutes and 11 seconds. Again, hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. We got 179 people tuning on in. Hit that thumbs up button, man. Anything new in the Phillies game? No, they're still in the bottom of the fifth. There's 2 outs and nobody on. That game might actually finish early. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like the Chiefs, but I want them to beat the Ravens, says John. One good thing is that the Bucs can't walk off the win here. Yes, that's true. All right, each team does have 3 timeouts remaining. Let's go back to this football game. Come on. Mayfield in the gun. He gets the snap. Pressure's coming, and he is sacked and is taken down for a loss of 11 yards. Moro Ojomo able to break through the glass and punch his way through to get to the quarterback. 3rd and 23. Moro Ojomo just said, "Come to Papa, Baker." And the first timeout is taken by Tampa Bay. Nice job. Yes. Absolutely needed that. Did the Tigers just take the lead? Wow, they did. 3-run home run. It's big. Yep. That's great. 3rd and long, baby. Drop those Eagles emotes. Do not give up the big play here. 3rd and 23. Here's the snap by Baker. He's looking to Rachaad White, his security blanket, and he takes it to the 40, and he's marked down at about the 37-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain by Rachaad White. Everybody was looking deep, and now it's 4th and 9, and here is, I mean, this is the game here. It is, because they've used 1 timeout because of that sack. The game is on the line. All right, so let's go. Come on. Shotgun snap here for Mayfield. He backs up. He's looking. He throws it. And it's caught by Otten. It's battered around. And it is going to be incomplete as it goes out of bounds. And Philadelphia will take over on downs with 53 seconds to go. There's a stoppage in play here. Let's see. It'll be Philadelphia football. They're actually going to call it a fumble. A fumble on the ball. Mayfield threw it. Nickerson, or Otten, I believe, tried to make the catch. And as Otten came down with the ball got slipped out of his hands, and it got deflected out of bounds. But the Eagles will still get the ball back with 53 seconds to go. And they will have it at their own 36-yard line. You can breathe. Wow. Let's go. "53 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and the Eagles are going to hang on here. They will actually add 4 seconds to the game clock, and they'll call it 57 seconds in this fourth quarter. Wow. I don't get it. Unreal. 57 seconds to go. Just a couple of these should do it, right? Again, Tampa Bay has two timeouts left. All right. So here we go. 15 seconds left on the play clock, and the Eagles are going to take their first timeout. Called a 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 35. Let's go. Let's go, baby. 57 seconds to go. Eagles just burned their first timeouts. You know, this is a place where the Eagles have had a lot of trouble winning. They really have. Todd Bowles has been able to secure Jalen Hurts or just to hold him. You know, they found a way. They still found a way. All right, Hurts in the gun. He'll get the snap. They'll hand it off to Barkley. Barkley gets past the line, and a second timeout will be taken by Tampa Bay. It'll be 2nd and 9 at the 36. Now you play conservative. Now you play conservative. If you get the first down, obviously you win. 54 seconds left to go. One timeout remaining for the Bucs. Hurts under center. They'll hand it off to Barkley again. He runs up the middle, spins, turns, and takes it right over to the 40. That is good enough for a 4-yard gain. And there's now 49 seconds left on the clock. And so the final timeout is taken by Tampa Bay. They'll add an extra second to the clock and make it 50 seconds. Every second counts, man. Third and 5 with exactly 50 seconds left to go. And again, the ball was at the Philadelphia 40-yard line. That's the final timeout taken by Tampa Bay. They'll break the huddle, the Birds. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Hurts under center. Hands it off again to Barkley. Barkley gets tripped up in the backfield, and he loses a yard. And so 40 seconds left to, or 43 seconds were left to go. So there's about 5 seconds separating the play clock from the game clock. 5 seconds left. It's a 4th and 6. And the Eagles will take their second timeout. Okay. Come on. 4th and 6 at the 39. See, all these little seconds, they add up. 6 seconds left, and it'll be 4th and 6. Come on, man. Just kill that clock. Kill that clock, baby. It's a 5-yard penalty, too, by the way, for a delay of game. They didn't even take... Why wouldn't they call the timeout? They didn't call the timeout? Wow. They didn't even call the timeout. They took the delay of game. Oh, my gosh. 19 seconds left on the play clock. That's confusing. 6 seconds on the game clock. Did I say the play clock? Yeah, okay. All right, they will fake it, and instead, they're going to take the clock down. Man got it, and he will run on out of bounds, and the game is over. So man got the snap. He faked the punt, just held on to it, killed that clock, and ran out of bounds, and the Eagles somehow, someway, hang on and get the victory. And that is how the game ends, baby. That's crazy. I'm still stunned, but they got it, man. That's crazy. They got it, man. By the way, the Miami Marlins took a 2-0 lead against the Mets. All right, it's baseball time, man. I don't know how they hung on. They got the win. 4-0 sounds great. Okay. I have problems with how the offense looked in that second half. But you know what? A win is a win at the end of the day. And you know what? We're going to go to this Philadelphia Phillies game. The Brewers did just take the lead. They're up 3-2. But the Marlins have a 2-0 lead against the Mets. So if the Mets lose, or if the Reds win, the Mets are out of the playoffs and the Reds are in, and they will face the Dodgers. All right, that's going to be it for me. Crazy stuff. All right, let's go to baseball. All right, give me about 2 minutes. Just stay here. We have a redirect, okay? All you got to do is stay here. The Marlins are going to add on to their lead. Oh, boy. Is this going to be an inside the Parker? No, it's just an RBI triple, but it's now 3-0 Miami. All right. Okay. All right. We'll be back in just a little bit. The Marlins are up 3-0 against the New York Mets, and Mets fans are not happy. All right. We'll go to baseball right now. All right. See you soon. Don't go anywhere. Bye.